everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you another holiday design, and really pretty much I think just about any flower you want to paint can be turned into something for the holidays just by using some reds and some bright greens and such, but that's up to you. I'm going to be using 3 Amagic flat brushes, a 14, a 12, and a 6. My fine liner by Westonia, and my number 8 Deerfoot stippler. Paint I'm using today is going to be kind of minimal, using wicker white, yellow ochre, engine red, and all these are FolkArt products, lime green, Thicket, of course, and then my hunter green. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be using the number 14 flat brush first. I am just going to dip into the engine red and the wicker white. Engine red, wicker white, and just do some blending strokes. If you're new to my channel, please know that I don't spend a whole lot of time on loading the brush. Technically, you're supposed to load it 3/4 of the way up the bristles. I just load it and go. Sorry. Alright, so let's get started here. I'm going to just do a basic wiggle and then pull up and come back. It's pretty common for me to use this type of brush strokes. While you're doing this, if you feel like you need to go over it to make it more opaque, please feel free to do so. Purpose of this video, I'm just doing it for to show you designs, so I'm not too worried about it being opaque because I'm not selling it. I just wash it off and go again. But if I'm selling it, I would be concerned about it being more opaque because your design will be more durable. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get started here. I'm just pushing my brush down and doing a lot of wiggling and pulling it to a point. I am going to turn my brush on this one and come back down the same, well, the opposite side, but the same direction. And then I'm going to come next to it and do the same thing. Whoops, gotta make sure my brush is going the right direction. Do the same thing, and I'm just pushing the brush down and wiggling it really fast and then pulling up. And then coming down here and pulling it up. And I will just continue to pull the, or turn the bottle as I'm creating. You can pull a little pointed part out from the tip of it if you want. Alright, I have a little bit of white in the center, so that will, just want to make sure it's not too white on the outside of my petal. And then here we go, one more time. Now this is just something I made up. I mean, if you want to think of it as a poinsettia, you can. I'm just doing it as a flower, but it doesn't have to be a specific flower. Okay. If you want to do more layers to it, you are welcome to do so. I am just going to continue on and keep turning my bottle as I go. Okay. And it's perfectly fine to overlap as you go. It's one thing nice about painting on something that's movable. Makes it easier to create your designs. And if you wanted to just do this as a partial flower, you could do that where it's partially open, not all the way open. You could do that too. I'm just creating them right now as open buds. you know, or open flowers, I mean, not open buds, but open flowers. Just like that. And then I'll do one more coming in here. Again, there's a lot of white in the center, so I want to make sure I get a little more red in here. And then pull it out like that. There you go. I'm going to do one more. As I'm creating these, I'm not going to do a stem for them all to fit onto. They're just going to have leaves around them. And again, we're just going to do this and just do quick wiggles. And just keep turning it as I'm working it. Now you could leave it if you just like the look of that. You could just leave it. I just wanted to finish off the side. But you could do that however you wanted to. And one more. I got a little green on there. I don't really want that on there. If you wanted to do your leaves with maybe some gold instead of the white, you could do that too. Again, that's up to you. I like it with the white just for the Christmassy kind of look, but you know, however you want to do it. The next thing I'm going to do is stick my fine liner into my greens, and I mean all the greens, the 3 greens, and come through here. Yeah, I'm going to act like I'm hooking these together, but I'm not putting a stem on it. Definitely not putting a stem. And then I'm going to come around these, and I'm sorry if my hand is in the way. I try to be really cautious with that, but I'm just going to pull up some green around it. Like that. Come over here. Do the same thing. This little bud is a little smaller, and that's fine. It's what I wanted. And then come up here. And do like this. Alright, just very simple. I'm going to put my little stems together here. They don't all have to hook together. Not a big deal. I'll just act like it goes into that one. Then I'm going to pull out just some little pieces here and there. Maybe even out from there, just to give it some interest. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do, come into my greens, and I can just do the thicket and the lime green. I could even add some of the yellow ochre. I can do both of the dark colors together on one side and create that way. But what I'm going to do with this is create what I consider kind of like a holly leaf, or more of a Christmas leaf. Pull like that. You can pull a stem down through the center if you wish. And then maybe do another one. And I like to do these, I'm just doing an initial kind of an upside down V, and then just swooping it in. Alright, so then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to keep the dark to the outside, but if you wanted to rotate it, you certainly could, and have the lighter green come out. but you're just swooping back and pulling. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to pull my stem that direction. Kind of swooped a lot, so I'm just going to turn it a little bit and come back over it just to fix it. Took too much of the paint up. Okay, so then we're going to come over here, do another one. You just kind of look and see where you want to place them. Again, just going to do some swooping motion and then turn it. I'll touch it with my fingers and then come back over here, turn my brush again and go up to a point, back, up, and then tip it. And then I can come through here and add my little stem. Alright, so if I just want to keep it at that, I can do just one leaf or I can do many. And if you follow me, you know I like my leaves. Okay, so we're going to just do swoop, swoop, and I'm going to turn. It's a little hard to see on the green glass bottle. I do admit, a little bit more challenging for you to see. Okay, so we just got a few. You can put more in there if you want. The next thing I'm going to do is just do the same colors, same brush, and come through here and just put on some of my regular, good old, trusty one-stroke leaves. And let's keep going here. I did pull up some red. And flip leaves like that if you want. Have them come around and over this just to complete that look. Maybe even pull down from the center. Again, I like to overlap because I think it makes it look a little bit more natural. But again, that's up to you. I'm gonna do some of these through here. If you don't like the look of a little bit of red in yours, then by all means just let it give it some dry time and then proceed. I'm fine with it, doesn't matter to me. Alright, gonna take my fine liner once again, go in here, and then I'm going to put my little stems in. Do the same thing here. Come through here, and if you don't want to do this part, you know, leave it out. It's perfectly fine either way. Now, we have these little guys, and I did something similar in my last video. I'm just putting these little filler, kind of like pine needle type branches into my painting. I'm going to add some white. I'm doing all the greens and adding some white to it, pulling away from the actual branch. Looks like I have a little bit of gold on here from my last painting. Need to get back into doing videos with new bottles because I need to make some. Running low on my site. And you could, if you wanted to, use brown for the little branch. I'm just sticking with the green for right now, kind of minimizing the amount of paint you need to have on hand. Anytime I'm painting something though, if you want to substitute a different color, like maybe you're making the item for you or for someone else, and their color scheme is different, feel free to change it. Please don't feel like you have to stick with the color options I'm using. Right now, like I said, I'm just trying to give you some options for holiday designs. Just quickly coming up with some ideas. And I want to swoop this over to my flower a little bit. And we'll do this. If you have any questions or comments while you're watching, please place those down below once you're finished watching the video. I would love to hear from you. And also, before you leave, make sure you give me a big thumbs up if you like this video, and please share it if you can on your social network with your family and friends. That would help me grow my channel. I think these are fun. I just like to do the wispy motion with this brush. All right, almost done. I'm going to take my smaller flat brush, my number 6. I'm just going to put it in the remains of the lime green and just come through and do some what I consider kind of like ghost. I don't know why I say it like that, just like ghost leaves, because they're just one color, and I just fit them in here just to kind of finish off the design. Doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to do a lot of them, just do a little, but they're basically one color, and they can add in just a little bit of contrast with these if you feel like you need to make them a little bit different color. You can do that too, for them to show up differently or a little bit better. But I'm going to just quickly come through here, add my little stems to them. Again, they're just a little add-on, little filler on top of what I already painted. And I like to add them. Okay. Last thing you do is going to put my Deerfoot Stippler into my yellow ochre. And I'm going to come through here and just quickly hit the centers, knowing that when I do this, it's going to pull up some of the red and white. That's perfectly fine. Then I can take a little bit of my Deerfoot Stippler into the white and then just kind of tap it in a little bit more. Give it a little bit more interest. And there you go. You could also take, put some little dots inside here if you wanted, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. I like it just the way it is. Alright, hope you like this too. If you do, once again, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and please share this video on your social network with your family and friends. Just hit that share button you find underneath the video, and it'll give you your options, and you'll be good to go. Alright, until the next time, please stay safe and healthy, and you have a good one.